Hello icons, it's Annie here back with another episode of the Makeup Diaries. We are starting season 2, and although I would have appreciated to start the season with my room being redone, we're very close. We're just like a week away from that happening, so sorry that it's once again this background and it's not going to be as fun, but I promise y'all when I get my room redone, it's going to up level so much, and I can't wait to share that with y'all. That being said, Happy New Year everyone, and I hope you're enjoying the start of 2025. I have a lot of fun videos for y'all this year. I'm going to be doing a lot of recreations, but before I embark on those, I thought, why not kickstart my favorite era, the 2000s-esque makeup, with the makeup look inspired by the Piracy video. Ooh. The Piracy video. I don't know if I can put it in, but it basically is the video that would start the, you would put a DVD in, and it would go, durned, 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 do-do-do-do-do, and it's like, you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal a handbag, you wouldn't steal, like, a television or something, and you wouldn't steal a DVD, like Piracy, me, or something. Anyways, it terrified me as a child. I know it terrified Katie as well, but absolutely terrified me. I don't know why. I guess it was just so aggressive that my sensitive child self, like, oh no, like, don't come and arrest me. Like, I'm not pirating this video, I promise. As I am grown now, it is super iconic, and as the icon channel, one would say, I have to celebrate this video, and I have to do a look. So to clarify, this is a makeup look that I'm creating, so follow along if you want. To begin, I have done my skincare, I've prepped my face, and I've set my eyes, so we are good to go. If you are an eyes first person, go ahead. I think for this look, though, I am going to be doing face first, so that means foundation is our first step. Once again, like I say with all my looks, you can apply whatever amount of foundation that you prefer. I'm someone that likes to kind of err on the lighter side. I like a more natural amount of foundation. But any of these looks you can do with whatever foundation amount that you feel comfortable with. I'm going to blend it out. I am now trying this Hourglass. This is basically their foundation brush, but it's not their kabuki brush. Because we all know that my kabuki brush in the first season that I was using crapped out on me. It just like started falling apart. And I think that is something that kabuki brushes are doing more and more. I just don't think they hold up the same as these. After that, your foundation is blended in. I'm gonna go to my cream blush and my cream contour. I use the Merit contour, cream contour. I think it's really like natural and subtle. And I'm going to basically create a little V on the tip of my nose. Just putting a little extra definition on that kind of like arch. And I'll give myself like a tiny bit of contour on my cheekbones. Foundation brush, you can use your beauty blender. You do you, boo. For my blush, I am going to be using this Blush Please by MAC. It is in their Glow Play, I guess, series. I love this. Is some of my favorite blush. And I'm just placing just a tiny bit of blush just to give myself that kind of natural blush, natural flush look. And I'm going to blend it in once again with my foundation brush, which this is like one of my first times using this. Really great. I prefer this already over the kabuki. And if you feel like you need more, go for it, but before you do that, I am going to my Made by Mitchell Comet case. I am going in with this Penny from Heaven color, kind of as like an additional blush, additional contour, and kind of place that where I put my contour, but also mix it into my blush. just so you know, we have a little bit more of like that seamless transition. And if we really want, we can add a little bit of the champagne one up above. I really love this palette because it's just like super shimmery. So if you're doing like a, let's say you're doing more of like a wet look, it just brings that dewy look all together. But to blend this in, I have a little bit of that foundation that I use. So I'm going to tap my foundation brush with it just a little bit and go in and blend this all together. After that's blended in, I am going to use my Hourglass contour powders, and this one is pretty. I also got it for Christmas. Thank you, Mimi and Opa. Gonna use my powder brush. We're going to tap that upward across my cheekbone where I place that Made by Mitchell cream blush and highlighter. And contour. Taking this like finishing powder, I'm just going to kind of mix that in just to give a more seamless transition. But enough of that, we can like intensify later, you know? Let's go on to the part we are all excited for, and that is the eyes. I'm taking my eyeshadow brush, this is my defining one, and I'm going to take out my Pat McGrath. It's this one, it has so many pretty colors, and I am going to be using this nude. So I'm going to be taking that, and I am going to be placing that where my crease is, across my entire eye. As I put on the eyeshadow for this eye, this is a great time to explain for any new viewers quickly what my channel is kind of about. My name is Annie, as I said at the beginning of this video, and I love to do makeup for icons, and when I say that, I just mean y'all, because y'all are my icons. Yes, I'm obsessed with the 2000s, but at least on my channel, my makeup, I don't want it to feel like I have a mask on my face. When I do my makeup, I feel pretty, but when I take it off, I also still feel pretty. You know, makeup's just like an extension of like how I want to present myself. It's like placing accessories on. Like, I'm not going to put on a bracelet and feel like it changes my entire personality. I just feel like it enhances. And that's what I want my makeup to feel like. So I film everything on this Canon camera. You can see I film on it to, one, have a nostalgic vibe for all my videos, because duh, I'm a 03 baby, a 2003 baby, and I, like I said, love the 2000s. But two, because I think it gives a more natural, authentic view than like iPhones. I don't edit the beauty in my videos. I don't Photoshop, I don't Facetune, I don't like put any face filters on. Nothing changes how I look or how my makeup has been applied. Little spiel over. I would appreciate the subscribe if you want. Next up for the eyes, I am going to place on this color. It's literally below it. It's like a sparkly brown. Sparkly espresso, maybe. I personally like to put on sparkle with my fingers because I think it just blends easier. So I'm just going to use my ring finger. And I'm going to place it, we're going to place it all on the lid. So nothing above it, just kind of where your lid creases. That's where we want it. If you want a cheat, you can hold your eye. If you don't quite know where your lid stops, you can always look up, and you'll get like a tiny, tiny imprint of where that will be. Once I've rocked that step, I'm going back to that brush that I used for the first color, and I'm going to kind of blend the two together. Just lightly run the brush along kind of the edges of both shadows. Next up, I'm taking this angled eyeliner brush. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this charcoal. It's on the same palette, but it's like this charcoal powder. If you want to go with more intensity, you can go with the black. And I'm gonna place this on the eyeline of the outer corner. Again, this one just requires a little bit of patience if you're not used to it. Following that is when I put on my concealer. Then you can set underneath your eye. I go with a loose powder because if you want to set underneath your eye, a loose powder is going to give you the least amount of kind of that powdered look, you know. Now for eyeliner, I'm just going to do my waterline. This is your waterline. Up above is your tight line. Everyone's favorite. But we're just going to do waterline. Just going to place a little black because I feel like everyone in the 2000s had black eyeliner on. We were really feeling edgy. But also note that your eyes do naturally crease. Setting it's just gonna kind of avoid that crease a little bit, but it's not gonna take it away. And you know what? That's normal. That's fine. I know this eye has like a little crease here. I'm not trying to basically tape it down because we love ourselves on this channel. Everyone give yourself a hug. But now that that's set, that means we can go on to the under eye shadow. So I'm just going to take, again, same brush. We don't need to clean it. Just put a little bit of that first color on. Just swipe it underneath my eye. And what I like to do after I put my eyeliner on is if you have like kind of like that spongy tip, so I kind of just take the sponge and run it along my eyeline and then a little bit outside of it just to diffuse it. Because like this feels a bit more natural than it just looking like I just like colored in with a crayon over my eyeline. And because we were so close to being done, it just leaves us for the lips. So I'm going to pat my lips real quick. Because I always put like a little mask on. I have like this beautiful 3-step process now, which I can explain in another video. And I'm going to take out MAC's Lip Liner Subculture. I should have specified, my fault. Subculture Lip Liner by MAC is a nude. So line your lips with a nude pencil. And so after that I'm going to go with MAC's Glow Play. It's a sweet treat. It's like this nude peach. It's going to give us a very Y2K kind of glossed look. Just because this is the 2000s, I'm just going to put a little bit of MAC See-Through lip gloss on. It's nude. Oh, that's very 2000s. That kind of wraps up this look. If you want to add more intensity to the cheeks, you can do so. Just like kind of going in where you had it. And I'm going to finish off with doing my eyebrows, just kind of shaping them, filling them in, that sort of stuff. And then placing on mascara. But those are all kind of more simple steps. I do mascara. If you want to do falsies, you totally can. Falsies being false lashes. I'm going to get into my most piracy video outfit. Let's cue the outro. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to me, but you do you, boo. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment. You know, do all three. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Make my day. I'm really excited for this year. The Makeup Diaries is just going to get way more iconic, and I hope you are just having an amazing, iconic day. So, in all my hopeful Y2K older sister glory, I send lots of love and cool vibes to you. Yeah. I love you, icon. See you next episode.